And so if you're out there thinking about doing it, just press record. If you don't have a fancy camera, you don't have a fancy mic, just start. Hey everybody, this video is about just pressing record. Just do it. You have no idea what's going to happen. You have no idea who you're going to help, and just do it. I've been getting so many messages about how to record and what to buy and all this stuff, and it's exciting because that means that I'm actually doing it. So once a week I'm out there making videos, but sometimes it's so hard. So today I got a family event in another province. I live up in Canada, and it's a bit of a drive, and so I thought I'd be all slick this morning and I'd record and then edit so I wouldn't have to do it on Canada today. So I had my setup, and then this little cable, the monitor broke. So I bought new monitors. I made a video. I'll see if I can show you like all of the behind the scenes stuff. So it's so funny. But this broke this morning. So I had brought a new fancy monitor with a curve and stuff, and that wouldn't connect. So I had to message a guy because I didn't know what cord to buy. And then I'm going to go quickly record this morning. That's quickly, yeah. Anyways. So yeah, there's another lesson, doing things quickly, how well that goes. So then this thing just broke. I don't even know what it is. So I'm gonna have to put it in my AI, find out what it is, buy a new one, and then message my neighbor, can you come help? He's busy, shockingly, on the weekend with his children and family. Anyways, so that breaks. And then I've got to figure out how to do this, because that's the thing. I'd just be consistent about pressing record. So then I get my laptop up here, then I change in, and then the feed's a little different, and it may not be as strong. The video quality might be as good, but I press record. So like the point of this is, I guess, is that you're going to just have to get started if you want to do it, make your art and put it out there. And it's like, I struggled for years. My little brother makes fun of me when I say this in videos, because he's like, took you like a decade to get, to be grateful. It took you 2 decades to get over your anger. He's like, you are not quick. It's so funny. He's a good man. He keeps me in check. Anyways, so we have, so I'm there, and then couldn't do it, and paying all this money and getting coaching. And then just eventually the editing was the big issue for me. And then I was taught to my cousin. He recommended somebody. I used them. They're amazing. Everybody wants a great editor at a really great price. Send me a note and I can let you know. It's Goran. He's amazing. Anyways, and now I'm doing it every week. But then this morning, it's like, I'm going to record a video about recording. And it's almost like, I'm a spiritual guy. I believe in God. I believe in angels and demons and all this stuff, and I'm like, God, leave me alone, guys. Like, leave me alone. I'm just home by myself. And I woke up early to get this done. And anyways, quickly and get it done, right? Those are really helpful things. But so then I was like, okay, but I've got to record something. And usually I batch record, but the last 2 weekends, it hasn't really worked out. So usually it's like nice to have 3 videos in the bank. So just so you don't have to worry about it. Family stuff comes up or whatever, technology or internet or weather and stuff. So anyways, so first thing, just press record. And like, people are asking me what I have. So I've got a Sony camera. Think Media helped me sort all this stuff out. So I'll see if I can put some links in. So Sony AVE, EVE or something like this, Alpha, I'll put a little link to that. I've got a Pro Sonos sound converter, basically, because this is too strong to go into like a computer. I had to buy a new computer to process everything. And then you need like a cam link to get the nice camera with 4K into here. So it takes some time, and I had to get expert help. Like, thank God for Think Media. Thanks, boys, if you're listening. Alex, everybody over there, Sean, thanks a lot. And so now I can do this, and people are like, oh, looks pro. And then the cut up shorts is all done through Opus Pro. And like, I don't have a clue how to do that, but Goran edited it. So it's like, there's a one with no text. I put an Opus Pro and it cuts them out and stuff like that. And then anyway, so yeah, but I still have to do it. I still have to get through it. And then this morning was just hilarious setting it up, but still here I am recording, doing it. And then this week I had, a new client. I signed a new client out of the US. And I was so nervous when I started this coaching business 2 years ago. And now here I am. And I've got my 11th client, first one out of the US. It's amazing. And we're having great conversations, because it's like the space has been created for these guys to just look at their stuff and look at their shadow side and their dark side. And kind of be patient with themselves. Like, I'm not that bad of a person. You know what I mean? Like, you might be a little, get angry. You might be a little chubby. You might, you know, be a little sad sometimes. You might not, you might have achieved a bunch of stuff and you might not be too satisfied with it, but so what? You're not alone. Anyways, that's cool. So that happened this week. I'm hiring some virtual assistants. That's kind of amazing. That's super cool. They're going to help me with a bunch of stuff that really don't know how to do. I try to make a thumbnail this week. You're having one on that one. Having one. True Ricky Gervais. You having one? Like me, I try to use AI software to make a thumbnail. I look like a short, fat elf. And then I had another one was trying to help me like use good copy to get people to tickle your video. Anyways, that was hilariously terrible. But I got these VAs, they'll help. And then Evan Carmichael's team, I'm going to hopefully start working with them soon. Their price tag is a little bit higher than what I'm ready for right now, unfortunately. But eventually I'll get up there and I'm going to work with those guys. That'd be really cool. And yeah, so all this stuff is starting to happen, but it wouldn't have happened if I didn't press record. And the other thing is, and you're going to be horrible at it, and you're going to think you're like my friend the other day we were talking, and I was like, I think the camera adds 10 pounds. And then like, he said, how many cameras are on you? It's so funny. Good friends are so mean and lovely. So that's one thing you're not going to be, oh, I should do this. And, just press and play is just, you got to do it. And then the big one thing I wanted to say for today is like, you don't know who you're going to help. So a lot of the time, yeah, it's amazing. There's all the dopamine. You're going to feel great. Oh, they liked it. And then you're going to get the unsolicited advice, which I talked about in the last video. Anyways, but the people, you're going to help people, but you're also going to help people that you're never going to know about. And my good buddy Drew Dudley has a talk about that kind of made his whole career called Lollipop Moments, and doing things, and you do it and you have no idea how it affects people. Well, in these videos, you can do things that will help someone you'll never meet. So Steve Harvey, during COVID, I was like not having the best time. Me and the black dog were like besties. We were like hanging and banging. Me and the black dog were together. And Steve Harvey just put his stuff up about it. He's like talking about being on Faith Street, but he says Faith Street, and believing in God and believing in the challenge. And he was so honest. And I really like, I hope I get to meet Steve Harvey one day and tell him. And I like that he says like I'm a low-level Christian. I feel the same way about, with my relationship with God and Jesus and the divine, and my relationship with my spiritual teacher, Sri Ravi Shankar. I used to, I'm not the best. I do have demons, and I admit it, and I have shadow side, and I love that Steve Harvey did that. But he doesn't know who I am, but it helped me so much. And that guy's got, enough cash and no worries for him, but like it helped me. And then you never know who you're going to help. So I had a couple of weeks ago, I was having a pretty, I walk around like a crazy person sometimes. I think I'm like arguing with God, what I believe to be God. I'm like, man, why are you doing this to me, man? Leave me alone. And I'm over a beautiful walk, and beautiful day and stuff like that. Anyways, and I'm yelling. If anyone saw me, they'd be like, oh, that guy should go, must go on a pass or something. Anyways, so I'm there and I'm yelling. And I'm like, what? Like, what is this? And I always ask for signs. It's like I'm a child. I'm a little petulant child. Like, send me a sign. Like the other night, I was like looking at the stuff. If you believe this stuff or not, I don't know. This is what I believe. Look, I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe in love, and I believe in everyone finding their own way, and I believe in just everyone being happy, finding your own way, do it. But being happy requires you look at some dark stuff, and some of it's yours, some of it isn't yours, but we can all do it. So I use the word God, you use the word divine, universe, consciousness, collective, oneness, whatever word is into nothing or whatever. You don't like this, I'm gonna click off, whatever. This is just me, and I got to be honest, right? So then I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the stars in the night, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. I said, like, show me a sign that this is just something it's not just me, like just me, like there's something here, right? And then these 2 shooting stars went by. 2. I mean, that's amazing, right? And then I'm like, instead of course the next night I go out and like more. Like, so I go out and I'm like, show me again. It's like, it's hilarious. More. Give me more. Like 2 shooting stars weren't enough at the exact same time when I said, show me something. So the other day I was out there and I'm annoyed. And then also my little brother makes fun of me. And my little brother's in his 40s. He's not like I'm not like 48. He's 7. Like he's in his 40s. And he's making fun of me in these videos. He's like, man, you get angry a lot. I was like, I don't get angry a lot, but I admit it when I get angry or frustrated, I guess. I'm not really angry anymore, frustrated. So I'm sitting there and I'm arguing with God like a crazy person on a pass. And anyways, and then I was like, just show me, give me, like, what is the point of all this? So then this message comes in, and someone had recorded the most beautiful video about a Bible study group they ran. It's an Old Testament passage about a silversmith and why they do it. And she was really intrigued. So she went in and found out, like, went to a silversmith and asked why, and didn't tell her why she was doing it. And she's asked, well, what's the process? And she watched him, and he was saying, like, I got to put it in the middle of the fire. And I often feel like I'm in the middle of a fire. Like I'm always like, how many lessons do I have to learn? Like, my God, I'm not that bad of a person. You know what I mean? It's like some, like every week or every 2 weeks or 3 weeks is another thing I got to, get rid of or be aware of. So she said, what he said was that he put the silver in the middle of the fire. He has to put it right in the middle of the fire and hit it and hit it and hit it and hit it till it gets rid of all the impurities. And she's like, wow, that's amazing. And she's like, how do you know when it's done? And the silversmith said, when I can see my reflection in the silver. And my jaw dropped. Obviously, I'm a super emotional guy. I get tears in my eyes. I'm like, oh my God, this is like the greatest moment of my life. I can't believe this. And it's like, you hear it all the time, but this was, I asked for a sign that I got it. And it's like, I'm getting burnt in the middle of the fire, and I'm so blessed, get rid of my inequalities, and I got a lot. So does everybody. But then I get to be more of a reflection of God. And that's what Gandhi said, and Tolstoy. They used to write letters back and forth, and Tolstoy wrote a book that said, the kingdom of God is within. And Gandhi used to laugh, and people would travel the whole world. They wrote letters back and forth looking for God, and he's hiding right inside their heart. So my jaw dropped. I got tears in my eyes, and I'm like mad at God that I'm like, oh my God, I'm so lucky, and this is amazing. And anyways, and then I texted my friend, said, you don't even know what that did. Thanks so much. And he just like, yeah, well, and he didn't know he was just the conduit of the divine. And then I called my buddy out in California who I talked to about this stuff, and she had a beautiful conversation about love and spirituality and God and not understanding and not knowing and just living life with that love, but just knowing you don't know, like how much we don't know. And that never would have happened if that one person hadn't have made that video. And then they had shared it, and then I got it. So I'm talking about the uplifting stuff, and this is my version for social media. This is just my take, like putting uplifting stuff. I'm not talking about, this is about like the uplifting stuff, and share it, get it out there. And it's fun. It's super fun to record these. Like, I'm so excited right now. I got my little laptop. I was able to adjust, and it's so fun. I get great feedback. Sometimes I don't always ask for the feedback, but I get it anyway. And it's moving forward, and I know I'm going to help a lot of people, but I'm also going to help people I never get to know that I helped. And I'm getting to do something I've always wanted to do, and I know other people are in the same situation. So if you're out there thinking about doing it, just press record. If you don't have a fancy camera, you don't have a fancy mic, just start. Like, it's really cool when the people like Evan Carmichael or some of the other, Gary Vee, love Gary Vee. He wrote some cool stuff this week. Gary Vee, if you're listening to this, you're awesome. I love you so much. It's great stuff, man. I just feel bad that you root for the Jets. They're a horrible, horrible franchise, but whatever. That's, everyone has to bear their own cross. And he shared something this week on social media, and it was like, just share. Just get out there and share, because it's like someone, like, his father told him he was a loser, and basically the guy was suicidal, and he watched one of Gary Vee's videos about selling t-shirts. So then he started working at I don't know what they're called, and a Goodwill. I don't know what they're called in different countries, but like when people donate things, and there's a thrift shop, Macklemore. And anyway, so they have the thrift shop, and then he works there, but so he can get the vintage stuff first for himself, buys it, resells it, and he's like a $60,000 or $150,000 business. I don't know what it is. And he was crying because he was like telling Gary Vee, like, my father said I was such a loser, my life was over. I'm in my early 20s. And Gary's like, like, I'm gonna beat this out, going like, that guy, And he's like, even if it's your dad, even if, like, don't let people hate on you, and just know that you can find it. So, but again, this is all from sharing content and being vulnerable and personal, and also just being honest, like that cord breaking and all this other stuff. But I still got this out there. I'll get it out there this week, and it's exciting, and it's fun, and it's awesome. So I'm supposed to put a call to action in this video. So if everyone who's listening who made it this far, I'm assuming it's thousands of people, you could press the like button. That's good for me, for the algorithm, I just found out, and the subscribe button. And thanks a lot. So fun. Have a great day. Whatever you're doing, I was with one of my clients yesterday, and God, they were just so hard on themselves, and they just think that they should get stuff like this. And that's not the way it works. Like, some people have the road to Damascus moment, you go from blind to seeing, but most people don't, so just give yourself patience and kindness to get wherever you'd like to go. And also, another thing that came out yesterday is that allow other people to, like, give them time to see the change in you and adjust to it. Because if you've been doing the same thing over and over again for 30 years for someone, and you just change for like a week, they might think you're just putting on a show. But know that it will change over time. And I found in my own life, it's about 14 to 16 months for most people to see the change. And some people still hold on to things from years ago, and I can't do anything about that. So anyways, leave the thumbs up thing, the like button, subscribe, any comments. Someone wrote a comment last week about Man in the Arena. That was really helpful. It was really cool. So yeah, thanks a lot. Really appreciative. Have a great one. All right. Bye-bye, guys.